Hello all, welcome to Monday Night Live number 80. We're just getting everything sorted here, get the comments up. Welcome everyone. I see a stack of people here, Ben and Mark and Aaron and Nevin and Trevor Pye's here. How are we going? We may have a special guest on. We're kind of hoping we got a special guest on tonight. Although last time I heard he was sitting in a pub. So let's hope he's not more than about 15 schooners in. So that's the hope anyway. So welcome everyone. Giant show tonight. What machine would I buy? So tonight's prizes. We've got an Ace 200 to go out to someone tonight. So we'll randomly pick between YouTube and Facebook. And then the opposing side that doesn't win. Yes, I can see Cleggy on the screen here. Gets a mug and a little tiny bag of pay dirt. So Cleggy's behaving like a lunatic. Cleggy's our special guest, but he's sitting in the dark at the moment. So we'll get him on in a minute here. So we're really looking forward to Cleggy. He's bouncing off the walls by the look of it. So yes. So we've got him added there. Oh yes, he's in the daylight now. So welcome everybody. So we got to, what's going on here? I've got we just got to get this organised here. So Cleggy will be on in just a moment. So I've just got to work out that's how we do it. I've got an earpiece in, so when I switched over to see what Cleggy was doing, all I could hear was Cleggy. So, but anyway, that's good. So, righto. Right, so let's get started with these, what I would buy this is the spring edition. But before I do, what I'd like to do is everyone has a go at poor old Warwick as not a good place to go detecting because there's not enough gold out there. It's completely flogged. Well, this is a bit that came out of the GPA last week. 2.3 grams, 2.3 grams, 2.3 ounces. So that's, what's that, 5.5 grand sort of thing at spot. Maybe not quite as much as that, but that's a beautiful piece of gold. Straight out of the Warwick GPA. It's inside the GPA, not outside. So a fantastic piece of gold there. Oh, yeah, absolutely fantastic. So, Graham's here from Adelaide. Yeah, this background picture, if anyone's wondering, it's Steve Word, and I think it's up Gympie Way, so where the World Metal Detecting Championships is happening. So, but we're going to talk about the World Metal Detecting Championships in a minute. I've got to stop watching Cleggy here. He's behaving like a lunatic over on that screen there. So I'll bring him in a minute. So, okay. So I've split these down. How I've done it, I've actually had to do it by price. So we've got pulse induction machines, no limit price. Then we've got VLF machines, no limit price. Then we've got the gold VLF entry machine, VLF gold machine, and then VLF. These are the cheaper ones, up to about $700. So I've split them down. So I've split them down by that, and we're going to start at the top end with, which everyone probably knows. And what I've done with this list is actually I've added a few things, I've taken some away compared to, I went back and had a look at our autumn edition. We do this twice a year. So I've added and taken away and changed things up dramatically. I've taken a lot of stuff out. In fact, I only would buy 3 and a bit brands. Them a picks of them. Now, other people will have different opinions, and that's fine. And people can carve me up in the comments, and yeah. So that's what we're going to do. But a few of them stay the same. Like this fella here. Where is it? The big fella. So we're going to start with the gold machines, right? This fella here, GPX 7000. We've got most of the machines here actually. So GPX 7000, absolutely, without a doubt, the best gold machine on the market. Goes deeper, finds it all. You know, until something else comes out, until Garrett, XP, Fisher, Whites bring out something that competes with this will be, in my opinion, the best gold machine kicking around. It takes some getting used to. If you've started with GPXs, right, it takes some getting used to. But this thing is an absolute weapon. Okay? Now, while we're on the big guns, if you like, I've really taken the 5 out of it. I know it's not available. The 4.5's not available anymore. But for my money, value for money, the 4500, right, the GPX 4500, you put a nugget finder coil on this machine, and it is a very, very, very good machine. So I wouldn't necessarily, and these things can be picked up substantially cheaper than a 5000 and will probably perform just about as well, sort of thing. So for mine, the 4500 is the best value gold machine kicking about. For just pure performance and value for money, your 4500 will be sensational. So seems like we're having a few problems on the YouTube. So I'm not sure what's going on there with the YouTube. A few people have disappeared off there. So just let me know if everyone's having problems on YouTube. I'm not sure what I can do about it, but yeah, if one's not working properly, Facebook seems to be working fine. So right, yeah, Dan's come across from the YouTube. So a lot of people are asking, why was the 45 discontinued? Why was this machine discontinued? Well, there's a lot of speculation about that. I think a lot of people realised that the performance difference between the 45 and the 5 probably wasn't that great. Probably wasn't $2,000 great. Yeah, so yeah, it probably wasn't $2,000 greater. So that's why a lot of people went to the 45. Therefore, they're not selling a lot of machines. Way it goes. So that's why I believe the 45 was discontinued. So, but again, all of this stuff is my just my opinion, and you know, opinions are pretty easy here. Yeah, everyone's got their own opinion, that's for sure. So, righto. So, what's the next one? And this is a machine I haven't got here. I don't own this one at the moment, and it's the SDC. The SDC is an absolutely quality small gold machine. It won't punch as deep. Right. So, sorry, I'm just having a look at the YouTube. Apparently people that have come on late seem to be going better. But the but a lot of people are saying I sound like I'm watching a dubbed Japanese martial arts film. Well, that'd be a show and a half, wouldn't it? So, yes. So I've actually got to put Cleggy's screen somewhere else. I can't watch him any longer. I'm going to have to. We might actually have to get him in here soon. Let me just rattle through two more, and then we'll bring in the big guns to talk about the World Metal Detecting Championship. Hey, so 2 machines up next. And this is the end of the pulse machines. They're the end of the pulse machines that I would buy for gold. Okay? The next section is pulse diving machines. So machines you can dive with. Specific diving machines. No, we're not talking about Equinox. We're talking about diving machine. And it's these two here. Alright? The Excalibur and the... what's that one? The Sea Hunter. So those two I don't see a huge difference in performance with. The Sea Hunter's $11.99. The Excalibur's $17.95. Is it $600 difference? I don't know. I haven't had enough experience with the Excalibur to know. But performance-wise, I just think, they're pretty similar. So g'day Craig, g'day Matthew, Ron, Janet, Philip, lots of people here. Right, I can't stand this any longer. I've got to get Cleggy up here. So let me just reorganise these screens. We'll get rid of this. Well, where are we here? We'll just get rid of... we're going to halve me, which I know is upsetting to a lot of people. Not Cleggy, obviously. And then we're going to try and pull Cleggy in here. Let's just see if we can get Cleggy in here. And I just want to know, Cleggy, you got your microphone on, mate. Need your microphone on, Cleggy. Cleggy! I don't know whether his microphone's on or he's fallen asleep. Here he is. You're on, Cleggy. Turn your microphone on. Is your microphone on, Cleggy? We can't hear you, Cleggy. Right, we're going to have to come back to Cleggy because we're having a fairly big issue with Cleggy's audio. In fact, this is the nicest conversation I've ever had with Cleggy. It's sensational. What's going on? Oh, he's holding his phone up. It's a disaster. So what we'll do is we'll come back to Cleggy when we just sort this microphone out, and yeah, we'll go from there because I want to have a chat to Cleggy about the World Metal Detecting Championships. So, and see how everything's going there. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to organise all this stuff. So we got, we're just having a look here. Front mic, headphones. I should be able to hear Cleggy. This is why I like to test these things before we go completely live. But Cleggy had his roast dinner coming, so. Hey Nadia, how are you? Steve? Righto, and the reason I wanted to bring Cleggy in there is because I'm just having a look here. No, I haven't got his audio turned off. It must be Cleggy's end. So, okay. VLF machines, when price is no object. Okay. So what we might do there is Mr. Weirdo's here, and I believe that's Steve. G'day Steve, how you going? What we'll do here is we'll see if we can reconnect to Cleggy's session, but we'll see how it goes. So when price is no object and you want a VLF machine, my pick of them is not the 3030. CTX 3030. My pick of them is the XP Deus. The XP Deus at $17.99, I believe, is the best relic machine on the market. Okay, absolutely outstanding. It's also one of the dearest machines on the market, and it gets updates really frequently. It's just a very good machine. Very light, and a great machine. It is the 7000 of relic machines in my belief. So Angie, lots of people here are talking about where's the ORX? Well, we haven't got to the VLF gold machines just yet, but yes. So people are asking about other brands of machines. So I've used a lot of other brands of machines. There is certainly a stack of other brands. You will notice that I haven't spent enough time with the likes of Nocta machines to really know what the deal is. There is White's machines, there's Fisher machines. I haven't spent a stack of time. I have opinions of them. The 24K from White seems like it's a very good machine. I don't think it competes with some of these other machines, but yeah. Now the Ace, the only macro cruiser racer, but the Deus is the pick of the VLF machines. You can forget about the 3030. I reckon the Deus outperforms the 3030. Probably not on the beach. If I was a beach hunter, I would choose a different machine to a 3030. So, okay, which is a great segue to the Equinox 800. For a beach machine, right, a beach and coin and park machine, the Equinox takes a lot of beating, okay? On the beach, on its beach settings, where a lot of other machines don't set up this way, but on its beach settings, it just goes dead quiet. So absolutely fantastic for that. You can set other machines up that way. There is no doubt about that. But the pre-program mode on the Equinox is outstanding. So yeah, so Equinox 800 is my pick for the beach. Okay, so people are talking about Vanquish. We're going to talk about Vanquish shortly. We're going to talk about ORXs. We're going to talk about all these other machines very shortly. People are also asking about how to win this. So Ace 200 going out tonight from Garrett. It's also on the list. So you need to share the live stream on Facebook, right? That also goes for the YouTube guys. So I will track you down if you're the winner, no doubt about that. The opposite stream gets a Gold Diggers mug and a tiny bag of pay dirt. I'm just about out of pay dirt, so all I have is the little tiny $8 bags. So that's what you get. So you need to share the live stream, and yeah, go from there. And when I look at it, I haven't updated it here, but yeah. So that is that. Now, everyone might have noticed up in this corner here, I have a bright pink WCQ at mail.com. It's simply the email address you send questions to. If you're coming to the World Metal Detecting Championships, right, and you want questions on the panel show, you really need to send it to the WCQ at mail.com. So if you send that, send any questions you have to that email address, and those questions, or some of those questions, will end up in the panel show on the Friday night at the World Metal Detecting Championships. We're trying to get a bit organised for that and not just have it random chaos. So we're trying to get a bit organised. So send your questions, any questions you're going to have. Send them through to that email address, and there will be all sorts of people there. There will be Garrett specialists there. There will be Mind Lab specialists there. There'll be just detectorists there. There'll be, you know, if you want to ask me a big question, we can get into that. If you want to, yeah, if you anything you want to know, just send it to that email address there, WCQ. So World Championships questions at mail.com. So, yeah. So we're trying to get a bit organised with that. So please send questions. There'll be very little shouting off the floor. We'll be trying to be a bit organised. So, yeah. Righto. So, people, I've just noticed a lot of people saying that the CTX 3030 is amazing. Yeah, it is. And in certain circumstances, the 3030 will beat a Deus. But very, very, very few circumstances. I hate to tell you, but I've used both, and I've used both a lot, and I tell you, the Deus is a absolute weapon. It is a huge, huge weapon. So, right. So VLF relic machines. People are saying there's no Garrett's on the list. Gold Den said no Garrett's on the list. Well, there is. There's two more. So AT Max. Okay. People don't like it on the beach. Okay. I can set it up for you so it runs quiet, just like an Equinox. So the AT Max is, I think, the best all-rounder going around. Here it is here. Okay? Garrett AT Max. Okay? The things that I use a lot get these covers on them. So you'll notice that in a minute, you'll notice the ORX has got a cover on it. Lots of things have got a cover on it. Okay? Fantastic machine. One bit of advice for the gold hunters out there is that coil there. Okay? That, let me try it this way. I've got the machines everywhere. That is a Nell sharpshooter coil. For gold, a smaller coil like this is dramatically better on this Max. It absolutely, it's fantastic like that. So that's basically how I use it all the time. AT Max with a Nell sharpshooter on it. These Nell coils, while we're talking about these Nell coils are absolutely sensational. If you've got a Garrett machine and look at upgrading a coil, get yourself a Nell coil. If you've got stuff like 705s, they make a stack of different coils, right? So get yourself a Nell coil. They just seem to be more powerful than the standard coils. And here's the Equinox. Right, we talked about the Equinox being a great beach machine, phenomenal machine. A lot of people try hitting the gold with it, and really, that's your biggest enemy up this end. That size coil. There's a little tiny coil you can get with it. You're probably better off with that if you're going to smash gold. Okay, so I would use the small coil over this coil for gold, but really there are better gold machines. If you want to do gold, there are better gold machines. But on the beach, I don't think there is anything that surpasses that, really. So, we've talked about AT Max as the all-rounder. This, as a relic machine, is probably, as everybody knows, my tip to win the World Metal Detecting Championships, the AT Pro. So the AT Pro, I think, is one of Garrett's best machines they've made in the last 10 years. This thing Simple, powerful. You can put it on standard mode, switch it over to pro mode, you grow with the machine. You cannot beat this machine as a simple turn on and go, powerful, high level machine. So the AT Max is much more finicky, much more noisy than this machine. So if you're looking for a beach machine or just a relic machine and you don't particularly care about the gold and you're looking for simple, this AT Pro is a absolute weapon. So so AT Pro. So that sort of sums up my if you like, VLF relic machines, with one exception. Okay, so here's the one exception. We're gonna have it's movie time, so we like to have a movie every now and again. So here's the movie time. It runs for about 4-5 minutes. So I'll just put that on now. It's a cool little movie, actually. So here we go. Hey man, I couldn't hear. We'll do it next week. Well, there you go. What a magnificent piece of marketing, let's say. So, what have we got? What have we got with the Vanquish? Now, the Vanquish is going to basically replace the Xterra range, as far as I know. So, 705 is gone, as we know. So you're looking at Vanquish 340, Vanquish 440, and Vanquish 540. Now, the 540 comes in a Pro mode. Now, when they say Pro mode, really it just means 2 coils, okay? So, price-wise, don't know just yet. But it's a reasonable looking machine. It really does. When I compare those 3 models to the Ace machines, they look very, very, very similar. So the Vanquish is, you know, it's a good machine. I think it'll be a good machine. I think it'll sit price wise against these Ace machines. So I think where the Go Finds leave off, the Vanquish will come in and get you to an Equinox 600. So they fit in that gap. So if you're thinking about buying a high-end relic machine, it won't be. There you go. Chris says $299, $399, and $499. So that's unconfirmed, but $299, $399, and $499. That makes a lot of sense. But they do. Like, you look at the Ace, like the Ace 200's a 3-button machine. When you go to the 300, Ace 300, it's a 6-button machine. So, you know, the similarities there. So, yeah. Because the Garrett Ace Ranger detectors are absolutely the biggest selling metal detectors in the world. Like, by tenfold. They are dramatically bigger than anything else going around. So that's probably what they're looking at. So I don't know what those prices are, okay? Like, that was just something that Chris put up. I don't know whether it's US pricing or Australian pricing. I really don't know. But I suspect that might be US dollars. I'm not 100% sure. So, yeah. So, that's the new Vanquish. So, it'll fit in the next, well, in a couple of sections time when we get into the entry level. I think that'll, yeah. Yeah, and GemQ makes a good point. It's got multi-IQ, okay? So multi-IQ is what the Nox has got in it, okay? So the multi-IQ may make it a substantially better machine than the Aces. So until we start sticking a few in people's hands and knowing what the deal is with these, you really don't know. It's a very, very, like, I don't believe a lot of this marketing, okay? Like, someone just asked, do I sell all these machines? I sell half of these machines, probably. Yeah, probably less than half of these machines. This is just what I'd buy. So I don't believe a lot of the marketing. So until these go in someone's hand, I don't know. Just like you guys don't know. Like, I'm not even going to be selling these Vanquishers. So, but I think it'll be, well, multi-IQ should be good on the beach. So someone asked here about Wayne Walsh asked if it's any good on the beach. So I don't know. We'll see. So yeah. So yeah. Right. So let's talk about a starter gold machine. Let's talk about the gold machines I would buy. And somewhere here, I've got it. Here it is. The best VLF gold machine on the market, I don't have a lot of room here for some reason, is this fella here, okay, the ORX. From a point of view of lightness, its ability to handle the hot ground, this thing, I believe, wipes out the old favourite of the Gold Bug 2. I think it's slightly better than the Gold Monster. There's nothing wrong with the Gold Monster, but this thing here is just smashing gold nuggets all over the country. WA all the way to North Queensland and everywhere in between. I've seen these things perform out in the lease. I've used it out in the lease, and it is a quality piece of gear. So the ORX, in my opinion, is the best VLF gold machine going around. The Gold Monster is excellent. It's the close second, but I'd buy this every day of the week. It's French made. It's lightweight. It's 800 grams. Yeah. So these sell at $11.49. So you're looking at Gold Monsters at really $1,000 on special. So $11.49. So price wise, they're very good, and they won't perform like an SDC. An SDC is pulse induction technology, where this is VLF technology. Okay, so yes, so let me just explain the difference between this and the Deus. The Deus, if you like, this machine here, the RX, is a cut down version of the Deus. So everything that's in here is in the Deus, but this is gold specific. Okay, so this is designed for gold. What is also remarkable about it is that it's a very, very, very good coin machine as well. It has got a salt mode on it. I think it's this button. You hold that button down. I might have it back to front. It might be this button, but I think it's this button here. You hold that button down and it puts the salt button on. So it will work in heavily mineralized salt ground and on the beach. So this is actually one of my favorite machines. So yeah, very, 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 very good machine. So that's my winner in the VLF gold machine. Yeah, and you can, whoa, knocking everything over here. You can just see how trash that coil cover is. It gets a lot of use, this machine. I smash it up. So I got a little rocky creek that I go, and there is nuggets all in the bottom of that creek. Little tiny nuggets. But to get in there, you got to get in amongst all the boulders. And that's what you've got to do. So, right. So Monique asks, is the ORX waterproof? We haven't talked about waterproof. XP machines aren't waterproof without a specific cover for them. Equinox, AT Max, AT Pro are all waterproof. Yes, so, and Vanquish, which is the other one we've talked about, are not waterproof. The coils are waterproof, but the control boxes are not. Yes, so absolutely. Now, let's talk about this. I've had this question 3 or 4 times. So, I've had this question 3 or 4 times. Comparing these VLF machines like the ORX, like the Gold Monster, like the Gold Bug, to an SDC. An SDC, ATX, 4500, 7000 will all blow a VLF machine away. But they're also dramatically dearer, like 4 or 5 times the price, 10 times the price. Okay? So that's the problem with these VLF machines, with the pulse induction machines. They're between $4,000 and $10,000. These VLF machines, like the RX, like the Gold Monster, like the Gold Bug's a bit dearer, but they're all below $1,100, $1,200. So they won't find as much gold as what a SDC or a 5,000 to 7,000 will, but they will get you on the gold. So it's a great starting point for a first timer who really wants to get into gold and really wants to get serious about it. If you can run, I find people that have run VLF machines for gold, like Gold Monsters, like ORXs, then step up to a bigger machine as a sort of stepping level, right? They find that the pulse induction machines are very, very, very simple to use compared to... If you can run a VLF and get really, really good at a VLF and find gold, I would look at your step up is quite easy. So absolutely. Okay. So the other honourable mentions there is, of course, the Gold Monster and the Gold Bug too. If you like an old machine, if you like an older style machine with knobs and dials, the Gold Bug 2 is a very, very good machine. So, as Cleggy said, yes, you can put the waterproof kit on it, and it gets you down to 5 metres. So, there's Donnie. Donnie, half a gram at 200 mil with the RX. Absolutely. It's smashing it with these little tiny nuggets. You cannot go past some of these cheap machines when you know what you're doing, okay? You need to learn them, and you need to learn them back to front, but, yeah. So, camo covers. Let me just find... That's what I'm looking for. Now, I don't sell these covers. This is the RX cover. It goes on the control box, okay? So, these are the people you look up, okay? Protectors. They're from the UK, okay? That's where I get them from. This is my Max. That goes on the Max, right? But they're really... My machines cop an absolute pizzling. Quite often it's not me using some of these. Quite often I'll hire them out or lend them out or do whatever. So I like to throw a bit of protection on it. So that RX gets the cover on the control box, and it's pretty well protected. So, yeah. And Deus users, have you seen these? Puts your pinpointer, holds your pinpointer right there, or you can put it on the stem here. So, yeah, pinpointer holder. That's pretty cool. So, but yeah, so those guys do covers for most machines. So, Gold Monsters, 7000s. So, yeah. So, absolutely get a cover for it. Protect it. Okay? It'll hold their resale value. Yeah. The pinpointer holder is a sensational idea. In stock at Gold Diggers. You can come and talk to me about a pinpointer holder. Yes. Righto. Don't forget, you've got to share the live stream to win Ace 200. Now, YouTube, you need to share on Facebook. You can just hit the share button below your what you're watching on the screen and share it straight to Facebook. Facebook, you know how to Facebook share. Okay? So, the opposite platform will win this, a gold digger's mug and a bag of pay dirt. So share away. So the opposite platform wins the gold nugget and the not the gold nugget, the gold pay dirt and the mug. Not this mug. I'll send you a brand new one. Like, it's in a box. So yes. Righto. Okay. So what was that one I just missed there? Blake picked up a 0.2 gram at 8 inches with the gold bug. See, VLF machines have a place. Where they fall down, VLF machines, I'm getting off topic here, but I'm a bit passionate about these VLF machines. VLF machines are good in ground that's not super heavily mineralised. If you get into some ground that's really, really quite good and not heavily mineralised, VLF machines will find gold. I don't even care. I've seen gold found with a 200, 300, 400 ace. So it can be done, but it's much harder work. Much harder work. So, right, where are we? I'm a bit lost. Don't forget the email address, the pink email address up above me there. That's for questions for the World Metal Detecting Championships, the panel show. If you want a question answered, send an email to that email address. It's very, very important you do. We may fill up with those on that email address with questions and have no, time for a stack of questions off the shop floor. So, right. See, Greg here got 0.5, half a gram at 30 mils with an Xterra 305. See, a 305, that was never a deer machine. So, you get in the right place. And, the old saying is you got to swing over it. You're never going to find it unless you swing over it. Right. Let's go. We got a dead heat in the next thing. And, of course, Vanquish affects all of this. Just that somewhere here, just to let you have a look. I mean, you might not be able to read it, but you won't be able to read it. I know you won't be able to read it. But on MineLab's web page, right, they've got all the Vanquishes there, and they've got all the specs of the Vanquish listed all down there. So, one thing I do notice is they've switched to AA batteries. So alkaline batteries and rechargeable depending on which machine you get. But AA batteries, there's a new set of coils for it. So, if you did want to get over there, have a look at this page and have a look what's going with the Vanquish, because, why not? Okay. Let's start. Now let's finish with my favourite segment, the kids segment. The little kids, like my little 3-year-old, little Finn. He loves his machine. So, when I talk about below that $700 mark, we start off with the Ace 400. So, where's the Ace 400 here? I probably even haven't got a picture of it. Yes, I have. There's the Ace 400. Why do I like the 400? And I like the 400 really because of the coil. Okay? It's 649, right? Got a good double D coil on it, and quite a powerful machine, particularly if you're doing coins and relics where you're not going into heavily mineralised ground. Okay? When you're going into heavily mineralised ground, you are best to have a machine that's got a ground balance on it. But 649, really, really good machine, simple to use. Yeah, it is a very, very good machine. So then we get into this $350 mark, and we have some confusion. okay? And I couldn't really... I have my personal preferences, but would I be happy either way? Probably. And that is... Oh, that's right. I think I've been pushed back here. Something's going on here. So, my personal... I can't really pick it, but I like the Garrett Ace 200 or the Go Fine 66, okay? Mine Lab 66. Those two machines are about the same price. The Go Fine folds up smaller. The Garrett's probably a bit easier to use. Yeah. So I can't pick these two. I prefer the Garrett because, as you may know, I probably, I like the Garretts a bit more. I like the American made thing, but the Go Find and there's not much between them. So that's a personal preference thing. Okay, so I'll leave that to your imagination. So the last question, last session. Sorry, there is stuff going on everywhere here. So there's stuff just absolutely going on everywhere here. I'm hitting the wall. I got detectors stacked up everywhere. So the last little section is the kids section, the little kids section. This is my, well, that's terrible, that shot there. But this machine here, you can see if I put that against there, it's about almost twice my shoulder width. Okay, it's the Bounty Hunter Junior Target ID. As you can see with the picture up here, it's got 3 emojis. It's really good for the kids. 159 bills. Okay, this is actually my young bloke's, and he hasn't scratched the coil too much, but I'll tell you what, she's got some scratches on her. But the young bloke loves it. He just, sometimes the coil doesn't go near the ground. Sometimes it's a sword. Sometimes it's a horse. He rides it like a horse. But it's surprisingly robust. It works pretty well. It's the cheapest machine that... I should put that video up sometime of Finn riding this like a horse and the targets dink, 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 dink as he's riding along. Anyway, but this machine, I just love this machine. It's simple. The kids love it. It's one of my favourite things to do is to take kids treasure hunting and finding a bit of treasure. They're so easy to please that if they find a bit of metal, that's a treasure to them. The shiny rocks that come out of the hole, that's a treasure to them. We're still doing the backyard at home, and Finn's still. We dig up a rock, and he's just like, "Got to go and show mum. Got to go and show mum." Anyway, Finn and I are on a mission with this machine, right? I'm trying to get him a piece of gold with this machine. So stay tuned. There will be a video. We've had 37 attempts at it, but there will be a video of Finn detecting a little piece of gold with this on the lease, and so we're going to find him a bit of gold out there. It's the problem with it is it's his patience level. We've got 5-minute windows, right, to go and find a bit of gold, but that's okay. So that's my pick, okay? So questions, fire questions at me. If you've got questions, I would love to hear them and try and answer them. Let me just refresh over the questions because we've only got the questions. The prizes. So we've only got 5 minutes left. Okay. So share to win tonight's prize. Ace 200 detector, $349. one of my favourite low-end machines. So make sure you share. It's going to be drawn in about 5 or 6 minutes if I don't get distracted. Second prize, or second winner, is a white box and some pay dirt. Inside that white box is a new gold digger's mug. So, yeah, absolutely. So second prize, we're going to do it to the opposite platform so that everyone has a chance to win. Right. Right, I'm just going to try and get some questions here. If there's any questions, just let me know. So Dean was talking about comparing. No, I don't do machine comparisons. Machine comparisons suck. I'll tell you why they suck, is because you can't please everyone. I can give you my opinion, what I like. 7045 SDC, all the machines I've gone through. But once you go, this is this and this is that, you're buggered. So you'll be upset by one. So Chris asked, no, the pay dirt is not back in stock, I'm afraid. We are having trouble with the pay dirt at the moment, but it will be back. So Beth asked a question here, best one for a 10-year-old? Probably Go Find. They're a bit tall for this one here, or that one up there. They're probably a Go Find 66 or an Ace 200. They're $350, but yes, that's what I would suggest. So yeah, who was that? Paul asked, does the MI4 fit in the holder? Yes, it does. So yeah, fits in the holder, no troubles at all. Right, is there any other questions here? Now I just want to reiterate, if you've got questions for the World Metal Detecting the panel show, it's very, very important you send those questions to the email address, the pink email address, WC World Championship Questions. So wcq@mail.com. So absolutely. And guys, the purpose of this, show is not to sell you anything at all. The purpose of this show is to, if you're looking to buy a machine, this is what I would do. Okay, the best machine, better than everything here, is the machine you've got. Okay, so don't go selling a machine don't go selling your Gold Monster because I said that the ORX was, a bit better. Don't go and do that. Get out there and know how to use your Gold Monster back to front, absolutely back to front, before you even think about anything else. Most problems that I see with the people using detectors is that they don't know how to use them. They've spent too much time in cupboards, and if you don't get out there and know how to use them, right, you're not going to know how to use the next one. So get out and use the one you got, and you will be, just get out there and use it. Like, get some training. Buddy up to a person who is finding what you want to find. Okay? Get and know the machine. Get to know the machine. Take some training courses. Right? You can't just pick anything up without any training and be excellent at it. So Anthony asked a question. Anthony's must have just tuned in. ORX or Equinox? Well, depends what you want to do, mate. So that's what my suggestion would be. So get out there in the public, right, and, you know, go and swing your machine. Go and have a crack. There's places you can go. There's GPAs you can go. There's, you know, there's a group on Facebook, even if you live in a remote area, that like hooks you up with people that live in your area. I think it's called, someone will know, it's Detector Buddy or something like that. Go and do that. So, you know, yeah. Craig asked a question, how's the World Championships going to be run? I don't know. Ask Cleggy on Wednesday night with his live stream. He has a story to tell you, and I hope to get it tonight, but I'm sure you'll get it. I'm sure you'll get it, the full story on Cleggy's show on Wednesday night. And let me just tell you, if you haven't gone to the, if you're not coming to the World Metal Detecting Championship, this is the other thing. If you've got a detector, don't know how to use it, come to the World Metal Detecting Championship, right? If you walk in there with a Ace machine, there'll be 50 people there who know how to run it. If you walk in there with a Gold Monster or a Macro Racer, or there'll be people there that know how to run it. So come, buy a ticket. It's a cheap weekend. You'll get to hang out with me and Cleggy, and maybe Warren and Chigger, Aqua Chigger. So it's going to be a big weekend, so come and join us. It's going to be nothing short of wicked. Righto, let's get this show on the road. So I just thought I'd put a bit of gold up there, just as a bit of a, you know. So, right. So Hobo's melting gold. But I'm cross with Hobo. I'll tell you a story. Look at this, Hobo. See this? What happened to my mug? I see Cleggy's robbing my mugs, and I can't even get a mug off you, Hobo. It's outrageous. So, right. So, okay, let's get this going here. I've just got to load these shares up. Sorry, I'm just getting this organised. I know I rant a bit, but I hate seeing detectors sitting in cupboards. I just hate it. So, and I can see from some of the people that come out in the training, not everyone, but some of the people that come out for training that I do, I can see they haven't used the machine much. Righto, here we go. So the winner, let me fire this off now. So the winner for the detector is from the Facebook, right? And it is Riley James. Where's Riley James from? Riley James is from Sydney. So congratulations, Riley. Let's just get let's just get this loaded up here, because I didn't prepare like I normally do for the mug. So the mug and the pay dirt goes to Ken Murray. Ken Murray, congratulations. Ken, you've won a white box and a small bag of pay dirt. Now it's $8 bag of pay dirt. I don't want you to think you're going to get $6,000 worth of gold out of that. It's an $8 bag of pay dirt and a white box. And the white box has got a new version of that in it. So that's another show. So next week's show is going to be all about the World Metal Detecting Championships. Cleggy will be back in Yeppoon. He's not in Yeppoon at the moment. So we will have Cleggy on the show next week. There's no doubt about that. So thank you everyone for joining. So it's a World Metal Detecting show next, the World Championship of Metal Detecting show next week. And then the week after, we're in the show. So I hope to see you all there. And it will be an absolutely wicked event. So if I don't see you there, you'll need a note. You'll need a note to not be there. I think that's a fair thing to do, isn't it? Just let me know why you're not here. Righto, guys. Thanks very much. It's been fantastic. I absolutely love the stuff we do here. And I will see you all next week for a major show with major prizes. So, see you all next week. Good night.